Are robots tired of humans already? Maybe so, maybe not. But in due time, we will find out. This is the TYSK Report. Let's go ahead and dive right in. The real VLA is coming. Psi R1 starts a new era of embodied AI. While most embodied robots are still focusing on basic motion control such as walking and running, PsiBots robots have pioneered long-horizon complex tasks in open environments, playing Mahjong with humans. Mahjong is a strategic, multi-layered game requiring precise manipulation, drawing, discarding, and organizing tiles, and even more importantly, long-horizon planning, evaluating one's own tiles, interpreting the game's state, and predicting opponents' moves. This blend of dexterous action and complex reasoning makes Mahjong one of the most demanding challenges for robotics today. Playing Mahjong is a typical L3 task, and L3 is autonomous reasoning system based on chain action of thought code to make decisions and perform long-horizon complicated manipulation in open environments. In real-world Mahjong scenarios, R1 has demonstrated sustained and coherent code capability for up to 30 minutes, executing open-ended tasks and reasoning autonomously. It empowers human-robot interaction, interaction between robots, and environment interaction, demonstrating the VLA's superb reasoning ability and the reinforcement learning ability that exceeds the upper ceiling of human thinking and manipulation. This breakthrough marks a key leap from performing a single action to completing the closed loop of perception, reasoning, and execution in the complex physical world, providing a technical paradigm for embodied intelligence to land in commercial scenarios. Alright, so even outside of robots flailing their arms like we saw a little earlier, we have robots who are doing different types of tasks and they're continuing to improve. So far, we've been introduced into robots being in the homes, in commercial environments, competing in sporting events, walking amongst the people, and now playing games with people. So at this moment, it is a great time that we are being introduced into the capabilities of what these robots are able to do right now, and just imagine what they will be able to do 3 to 5 years from now. So as time progresses and these companies get more time to improve these robots, and with embodied AI, what they are going to be able to do in the future is definitely going to be a sight to see. Spacetop launches Windows app to turn laptops into large AR workspaces. Late last year, Sightful announced it was canceling its unique laptop with built-in AR glasses, instead pivoting to build a version of its AR workspace software for Windows. Now, the company has released Spacetop for Windows, which lets you transform your environment into a private virtual display for productivity on the go. Like its previous hardware, Spacetop works with X-Ray AR glasses. However, the new subscription-based app is targeting a much broader set of AI PCs, including the latest hardware from Dell, HP, Lenovo, Asus, Acer, and Microsoft. Sightful has released its own Spacetop bundle at $899, which includes X-Ray Air 2 Ultra AR glasses and a 12-month Spacetop subscription. Additionally, Sightful is selling optional optical lenses at an added cost, including prescription single vision lenses inserts for $50 and prescription progressive vision lenses inserts for $150. Recommended laptops include Dell XPS Core Ultra 7, HP EliteBook, Lenovo Yoga Slim, Asus ZenBook, Acer Swift Go 14, and Microsoft Surface Pro 4 Business. Sightful has noted that this list isn't exhaustive and is continuously growing. So that's just some of the latest news when it comes to the augmented reality world, but specifically from a productivity perspective, and because of all the real estate you get when you put those glasses on and being able to have those multiple screens in front of you, technology like this gives everyone the opportunity to maximize their productivity and get things completed a lot quicker and efficiently than they normally do with just having one screen or a dual monitor on one side or the other. Also, I'm sure there are lots of you out there with those large curved screens who may think this might not work for you, but if you try it out, you just might be surprised by what you can accomplish with something like this. Amazon launches Nova Premier, its most capable AI model yet. Amazon last week released what the company claims is the most capable AI model in its Nova family, Nova Premier. Nova Premier, which can process text, images, and videos, but not audio, is available in Amazon Bedrock, the company's AI model development platform. Amazon says that Premier excels at complex tasks that require deep understanding of context, multi-step planning, and precise execution distribution across multiple tools and data sources. Nova Premier, which has a context length of 1 million tokens, meaning it can analyze around 750,000 words in one go, is weaker on certain benchmarks than flagship models from rival AI companies such as Google. On SWE Bench Verified, a coding test, Premier is behind Google's Gemini 2.5 Pro, and it also performs poorly on benchmarks measuring math and science knowledge, GPQA Diamond, and AIM 2025. However, in bright spots for Premier, the model does well on tests for knowledge retrieval and visual understanding, Simple QA, and MMMU, according to Amazon's internal benchmarking. In Bedrock, Premier is priced at $2.50 per 1 million tokens fed into the model and $12.50 per 1 million tokens generated by the model. That's around the same price as Gemini 2.5 Pro, which costs $2.50 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens. Amazon is pitching Premier as best for teaching smaller models via distillation, in other words, transferring its capabilities for a specific use case into a faster, more efficient package. Alright, so the race for AI model dominance continues to move forward, and it looks like Amazon wants to make sure they're not left out of the loop when it comes to what type of models developers and people would be interested in using, and hopefully this Nova Premier is not too late, because I'm sure there are lots of people out there who have been using all the other models and have gotten used to the capabilities of those models, which may prevent them from wanting to move from a model they're comfortable with to a model that they're unfamiliar with. So in due time, we shall see if this Nova Premier model is going to be something that people would be interested in using on a more consistent basis, and if any other news arises, I'll make sure to keep you updated. Robotics company unveils AI robot for hazardous terrains. Deep Robotics, an embodied AI robotics developer, has launched what it calls the world's first mid-size wheeled robot for hazardous terrain. The Lynx M20 series is equipped with advanced AI motion control algorithms, allowing it to identify and autonomously adjust to its surroundings. Using this feature, the robot is able to walk on terrain including rocky trails, muddy wetlands, and debris-strewn ruins. This versatility makes it applicable for a range of use cases, including power line inspection, emergency response, firefighting, logistics, and scientific exploration, Deep Robotics said. The robot uses a hybrid design that allows it to switch between leg configurations for specific tasks. In front elbow rear knee mode, it navigates tight corners and cramped spaces, while the full elbow mode helps it climb stairs and overcome elevation changes. Its small size, weighing 72 pounds, allows it to pass through tight spaces and can be carried to sites if needed. Lynx M20 is also built to operate in extreme temperatures ranging from -4 degrees Fahrenheit to 131 degrees Fahrenheit, and comes with a LiDAR sensor which allows it to operate in complete darkness, supporting autonomous operation in challenging and low visibility environments. For some reason, when I saw the Lynx M20, it reminded me of Greyhound racing, so because of that thought, I could definitely see these being put to use for that use case. But even outside of that, in this article it mentioned a lot of vital use cases, and one that stuck out was emergency responses. With something that can move like this in different terrain, you can 100% strap on some medical supplies on the back of this thing, send it where it needs to go, which could become one of those robots that could save a lot of lives in the future. But I can't take my mind off that Greyhound racing because of all the different information I brought to you about robots competing in sports. So even though it has very important use cases, in the future I could be betting my money on the Lynx M20. Aurora launches America's first driverless trucking service on public roads. Driverless freight trucks are finally a reality on American roads now that Aurora Innovation has launched its commercial self-driving service in Texas. This paved the way for driverless operations to begin in earnest, and Aurora has subsequently confirmed that deliveries have now started between Dallas and Houston, with more than 1,200 miles already completed without a driver. Aurora claims that this makes it the first company to provide a driver-free commercial service in heavy-duty trucks on public roads anywhere in the United States. Rival Kodiak achieved driverless deliveries last year, but on private roads. The trucks being deployed, meanwhile, are equipped with the firm's signature Aurora's driver tech, which consists of a suite of sensors and a powerful computer, enabling the driverless lorries to see beyond the length of 4 football fields, backed by redundant systems covering braking, steering, power sensing, controls, cooling, and communication. The company is keen to to highlight its safety credentials and points out that it has already delivered 10,000 loads over 3 million autonomous miles, plus extensively with a spread of significant U.S. organizations and bodies, including the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the National Transport Safety Board, and the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, as well as all the required agencies in Texas. In addition, the company is planning to extend its driverless service to El Paso, Texas, and Phoenix, Arizona by the end of the year. So last week in this video right here, I was just talking about self-driving trucks and how they would contribute to the process of being able to deliver products to a company like BurgerBots. But outside of that, I've been talking about these driverless trucks for a while and how they would be coming down the road, no pun intended, but the progression of this technology is moving forward and you were able to witness that in real time. So as I stated before, as these trucks continue to go up and down the road with more miles driven and being able to get more data and become more efficient, I believe they're going to be placed in more than just Phoenix and El Paso, and who even knows, we could see this company expand to other states a lot faster than they intend. Uber adds a Chinese company to its growing robotaxi stable. Last week Friday, Uber announced yet another autonomous vehicle partnership as it leverages its dominant ride-hail and delivery position while relying on partners to supply the self-driving tech it isn't building in-house. That lucky startup is Chinese self-driving firm Monumental. This partnership came a day after Uber added Ann Arbor, Michigan-based May Mobility to its roster of AV collaborators. Monumental will deploy its autonomous vehicles on Uber's ride-hailing platform starting in 2026, initially with safety drivers on board. For availability, Uber is only saying they'll be in international markets outside of the US and China. Uber has robotaxi deals with May Mobility, Waymo, Motional, AV Ride, WeRide, and Volkswagen for self-driving cars, and Serve, Cartican, and Neuro for delivery robots. This plethora of deals on Uber's end come as the company may expect to face potential competition from Tesla, which plans to launch its first robotaxi service in Austin this summer. So for some reason, lots of people out there have stated that when Tesla comes on board with their ride-hailing platform, that Uber is going to go to the wayside and not be around anymore. But I don't think that's going to be the case due to those partnerships that was mentioned, and also people wanting to continue to utilize Uber's services. There are many people out there who utilize Uber on a daily and weekly basis. So with that customer base, I don't think any type of ride-hailing platform from Tesla is going to opt in what Uber has already established with those people. And we should never forget that people always love choice. If you say you like Coca-Cola, other people are going to say they like Pepsi. Those people out there are going to want to stick to the brand and company that they trust. And I don't think they're going to stop using Uber just because Tesla's robotaxi service is around. Future House releases AI tools it claims can accelerate science. Future House, an Eric Schmidt-backed nonprofit that aims to build an AI scientist within the next decade, has launched its first major product, a platform and API with AI-powered tools designed to support scientific work. The CEOs of AI companies OpenAI and Anthropic have asserted that AI tools could massively accelerate scientific discovery, particularly in medicine. But many researchers don't consider AI today to be especially useful in guiding the scientific process, largely due to its unreliability. Future House released 4 AI tools: Crow, Falcon, Owl, and Phoenix. Crow can search scientific literature and answer questions about it. Falcon can conduct deeper literature searches, including of scientific databases. Owl looks for previous work in given subject area, and Phoenix uses tools to help plan chemistry experiments. Unlike other AIs, Future Houses have access to a vast corpus of high-quality open access papers and specialized scientific tools. They also have transparent reasoning and use a multi-stage process to consider each source in more depth. But Future House has yet to achieve a scientific breakthrough or make a novel discovery with its AI tools. AI's technical shortcomings and risks, such as its tendency to hallucinate, also make scientists wary of endorsing it for serious work. Even well-designed studies could end up being tainted by misbehaving AI, which struggles with executing high-precision work. Like with all technology, it has its ups and downs, but over time, I do think we are definitely going to get to a point where there's going to be an AI scientist that many scientists out there are going to trust because of the ability it would have to speed things up when it comes to researching different information to help them get to an end solution. Also, I do hope that they are going to be able to put parameters parameters around this AI scientist so it doesn't end up like this image right here where it becomes a mad scientist doing all types of outlandish things on its own. Canonical brings Ubuntu to Qualcomm Dragonwing Edge AI chips. Canonical, developers of the Ubuntu Linux distribution, have pushed beta versions of desktop and server for Qualcomm Dragonwing processors. Why this is a big deal? Well, it's the first time we've seen an official Ubuntu desktop image land on the Dragonwing platform. Essentially, they're bringing that full, familiar desktop experience right to the intelligent edge. Specifically, Canonical is launching Ubuntu 24.04 desktop and server for the Qualcomm Dragonwing QCS6490 and QCS5430 processors. Canonical isn't keeping this behind closed doors. The beta program is wide open. If you got your hands on a Qualcomm Dragonwing RB3 Gen 2 Vision or the RB3 Gen 2 Lite Vision Kit, you can grab the images and get flashing right away. According to the Director of Product Management at Qualcomm, by enabling Ubuntu desktop and server on the Dragonwing reference board's hardware, we're empowering developers to build and deploy next-generation IoT solutions across a wide range of edge use cases. Perhaps the most exciting part is bringing the complete Ubuntu desktop environment, the graphical interface, the apps, the whole shebang, to these Qualcomm Dragonwing chips. This combination of Ubuntu desktop familiarity and Qualcomm Dragonwing silicone muscle really opens the door for a new wave of AI-powered edge devices. Alright, so that's a wrap for the TYSK report. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, like this video, subscribe, and check out these two videos right here. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned for the next TYSK report.